Look at this drop. It is the most potent substance within you. It is the seed of your greatness, the liquid light of your potential. Most men waste this energy. Most men waste this energy. They drain their life force before it ever reaches its peak. But the elite, they understand the art of preservation. They know that inside the human temple, a sacred secretion is meant to climb. It is the fuel that ignites the mind and commands the world. This journey begins at the base of your spine. In the ancient texts, this is the sacred secretion, the oil that must be preserved to ascend. It's climbing toward your mind as you practice retention. This fluid, your cerebrospinal fluid, becomes enriched. It gathers the minerals and hormones that most men discard. This is the alchemy of the soul. It begins its slow, deliberate climb. Every day of discipline adds to its potency. Every hour of focus strengthens its ascent toward the higher centers of your being. This isn't just mysticism, it's neurochemistry. Your body is a biological machine designed to refine and transmute its most basic energies into pure, unadulterated power. When the fluid is charged, it bathes your nerves in a concentrated solution of nutrients. Your nervous system becomes more conductive, more responsive, and infinitely more alive. The brain thrives on this refined energy. Your cognitive function sharpens. Your focus becomes an unwavering beam that can cut through any distraction or doubt in your path. Why has this been kept from you? Why does modern culture promote a cycle of constant depletion and instant gratification at the expense of your very soul? It's a trap, because an empty man is a controlled man. A man without his life force is a man without a will. He is easy to lead, easy to distract, and easy to replace in the machine. But the man who retains is a man who awakens. He breaks the chains of modern conditioning. He steps out of the shadows and into the blinding light of his own power. As the fluid climbs, your internal chemistry reaches a new equilibrium. Your testosterone doesn't just spike, it becomes a stable foundation for your masculine frame and will. You feel it in your physical strength. Your muscles become denser, your recovery faster. You are literally rebuilding your body with the fire of your own discipline and focus. But more than muscle, it is the weight of your presence. Your voice drops an octave. Your words carry the authority of a man who owns himself completely and without apology. Notice the world's reaction. This is magnetism in its purest form. When you are full of life force, you emit a frequency that commands respect without saying a single word. Women are biologically wired to sense this abundance. They don't just see you, they feel the intensity of your energy. You become the center of gravity in any room you enter. You no longer chase, you attract. The desperate need for external validation vanishes, replaced by a self-sufficient power that others are naturally and irresistibly drawn to. They call it luck, but luck is merely alignment. When your brain is bathed in the sacred secretion, you see opportunities that others are too tired to notice. Your decision making becomes instinctive. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, making the right moves without effort. This is the clarity of the spiritual ascent. Luck is for the unprepared and the weak. For the man on retention, every win is a calculation made by a mind functioning at its absolute highest potential. Mastery is yours. Power is not a gift, it is a choice you make every single day. Every time you choose your long-term vision over short-term release, your will grows exponentially stronger. You are building a fortress within yourself, a mental architecture that cannot be breached by the temptations of a weak world. Your will becomes your greatest and most lethal weapon. This internal fire is your guiding compass. It gives you the strength to stand alone, the courage to lead, and the power to manifest your reality into physical existence. Rise now. It starts here, in the cerebrum. A fluid so clear it's like liquid diamond born in the colostrum. This is the beginning of the 28-day lunar journey of the sacred oil. It descends through the spinal column, passing through the 33 vertebrae of your temple. Most men let it fall and vanish. But for the awakened, this is where the work begins. To begin the ascent, the secretion must rest in the sacrum for 3 days. It must be protected from the fires of base desire. This is the most critical window of preservation. The timing is not random, it is tethered to the moon's cycle. Just as the tides rise, your internal fluid responds to the celestial rhythm. You are a microcosm of the universe. As it sits, it refines. It gathers the life giving nutrients of your blood. It becomes an oil so potent it can rewire your very neural architecture. It is the fuel for your transcendence. Then the ascent begins. The oil rises back up the spinal highway. It travels the vagus nerve, the great wanderer, the path that connects your gut to your highest mind. Tesla knew this. He lived a life of absolute celibacy to keep his mind sharp. He knew that the energy required for genius was the same energy men threw away for a moment of pleasure. He took that raw sexual fire and channeled it into the light that now powers the world. His life is proof of what happens when a man chooses the ascent over the descent. Leonardo da Vinci lived in a state of perpetual creative flow. He understood that the preservation of life force was the preservation of his artistic soul. He never depleted himself. His masterpieces were born from the abundance of his energy. He used the sacred secretion to fuel his vision, transforming a clear liquid into timeless art that the world still worships. Your aura changes. It's not a myth, it's a physiological reality. When your life force is preserved, you emit a frequency that others can feel before you even speak. You become visible. It is the frequency of authority. It is the scent of a man who is whole. High value individuals recognize this frequency instantly. They know you are one of them. The world opens, your voice deepens. It gains a resonance that vibrates in the chest of the listener. It is the sound of a man who is grounded in his own power, a man who does not need to shout. People listen to you differently. They feel the weight of your words because your words are backed by the life force you have preserved. You speak from the depths of your being. Your gaze becomes a weapon. It is steady and unwavering. Most men cannot hold eye contact because they are leaking energy. But you look through them. You see the truth. This is the true root of attraction. It is the presence of a man who is fully present. You are not chasing a feeling because you already contain the feeling of abundance within you. How do you keep the climb going? You use the elements. Cold water shock redirects the blood to your core. It forces the energy back into the spinal column, aiding the ascent. It is a baptism of discipline. Every second you spend in the cold is a second you are mastering your lower self. You are training the secretion to rise, not to fall. Rise always. Fasting clears the path. When the body is not distracted by digestion, it can focus entirely on the refinement of the sacred secretion. Your mind becomes a sharp, clear sky. You enter the state of the hunter. Your senses are heightened. Your intuition is a razor. You are in alignment with the biological rhythm of the elite. You are ready to manifest. Physical exertion is the engine of transmutation. It burns off the excess primal fire and turns it into physical and mental resilience. You are hardening the vessel for the oil. Every rep is a prayer of power. Every drop of sweat is a testament to your commitment. You are not just building muscle, you are building the architecture of your destiny. Strong always, now channel that energy. Take the fire that would be wasted and pour it into your work. This is where genius is born. This is where the ordinary becomes the legendary. Create now. Your creativity is no longer a struggle, it is a flood. The sacred secretion has reached the higher centers of your brain, and your vision is finally clear. You see the future. You begin to manifest your reality. Luck, attraction, power. They are no longer things you chase. They are the natural results of your internal alignment. You are the architect of your world. You have the key now. The sacred secretion is the unlock. The ascent of your fluid is the ascent of your life. Every door you encounter begins to open on its own. Victory. You are not alone on this path. You are part of a brotherhood of the elite, men who have reclaimed their life force and are building a new world from the shadows. Join us. We recognize each other. We support each other. We are the masters of our own temples, and together we are an unstoppable force of nature. This is the new elite. Stand tall. Break the chains. Stop being a consumer of depletion. Stop letting the world drain you of your potential for their profit. Reclaim what is yours. Reclaim your fire now. Step out of the cycle of weakness. Step into the cycle of power. The journey up the spine is the journey out of the cage. You are finally free to be the man you were meant to be. The oil has reached the summit. The pineal gland is ignited. Your consciousness expands beyond the physical. You are finally awake. You see the world for what it really is: absolute power. You are in alignment with the stars. You are in alignment with the universe. You are the master of your own destiny. And the climb was worth every second of the struggle. You have arrived. Look at what you have built. Look at the man you have become. This is the legacy of the sacred secretion. This is the reward of the man who preserved his life force. The world is yours. You are the king of your domain. Your presence is a blessing to those who deserve it and a warning to those who don't. You are the apex of the masculine journey. Stay there, always. You are now part of the legacy. The story of the awakened man continues through you. Teach the brothers, show the way. Keep the fire burning for the next generation of the elite. Victory! Go forth and conquer. Use your energy to build, to lead, and to manifest greatness in a world that is desperate for it. You are the conductor of your soul. Lead the ascent. Now, are you ready to seal your commitments? This path is not for the weak, but it is the only path for the elite. If you have felt the shift, if you are ready to rise, speak up now. Your voice matters. Speak your truth in the comments below. Let the brotherhood know you are here. Let the world know that a new elite has risen from the shadows. Join us today. Like this video to seal your pact with your higher self. Share it with a brother who is lost in the shadows of depletion. Be the light for those who cannot see their own power. Subscribe to keep the fire burning. And if this documentary has shifted your reality, the thanks button is open. Your support helps us keep the truth alive in a world of lies. Stay powerful. Stay preserved. The ascent continues within you, now and forever. Stay strong, brother. The world is waiting for you. Rise. Always rise. Final victory is yours.